I'm Dr. Chua and welcome to Adjusting Your Heart. First of all, I'd like to greet everybody an advance Happy Chinese New Year. And for these beautiful lanterns at my back, I'd like to thank Auntie Ruth Chuan Su. Our topic today is how to enhance your SQ, social quotient. Social intelligence refers to a person's ability to understand and manage interpersonal relationships. It goes hand in hand with EQ. While EQ pertains to how one understands and manages his or her own emotions, SQ focuses on an individual's ability to understand and act on the feelings, thoughts, and behaviors of other people. Understanding body language and reacting appropriately can strengthen relationships and diffuse tensions. As Dr. Daniel Goleman said, empathy and social skills are social intelligence, the interpersonal part of emotional intelligence. That is why they look alike. So my first point is identify the emotions of others based on their facial expressions. Look at these 10 pictures. Can you pinpoint what this guy is feeling? You can pause the video and write down your answers. Now I'd like to show you the correct answers. How many did you guess correctly? According to psychologist Dr. Paul Ekman, there are 7 universal facial expressions of emotions: anger, contempt, disgust, enjoyment or happiness, fear, sadness, and surprise. In Disney's movie Inside Out, 5 of these emotions are portrayed as cartoon characters. Dr. Paul Ekman is the world's deception detection expert, co-discoverer of microfacial expressions, and the inspiration behind the series Lie to Me. When someone tries to conceal their emotions, leakage of that emotion will often be evident in their faces through microfacial expressions. They came up with training tools to help catch bad guys, as seen in Lie to Me. Look at this picture, the face of anger. The eyebrows are pulled tight and together. The eyes are open wide, staring hard, and the lips are pressed tightly together. When you look at this face of contempt, contempt is the feeling of dislike for and superiority over others. It is the only expression that occurs on only one side of the face and can vary in intensity. Look at this picture. The lip corner is tightened and raised only on one side of the face. If contempt is about human characteristics, disgust is usually about physical objects. Let's say rotten food. So when somebody feels disgusted, the eyebrows will be lowered, there will be a wrinkling on the side and the bridge of the nose, the upper lip is raised in an inverted U, and the lower lip is raised and slightly protruding. Look at the face of happiness or enjoyment. The eyes are narrowed and there is some wrinkling around the eyes. The cheeks are raised and the lips are pulled back and teeth are exposed in a smile. In the face of fear, the eyebrows are raised and pulled together, the upper eyelids are also raised, the lower eyelids are tensed, and the jaw dropped open, and the lips stretch horizontally backwards. In the face of sadness, the inner corners of the eyebrows pulled up and together, the upper eyelids drooped, and the eyes are looking down, the lip corners pulled downward. In the face of surprise, eyebrows are raised but not drawn together, the upper eyelids raised and the lower eyelids neutral, and the jaw dropped down. As the saying goes, the eyes are the windows of the soul. Eye contact is a sign of confidence and also a way of showing interest. So look at someone in the eye when talking to him or her. Avoiding eye contact might mean you're shy or hiding something. Lip pursing is when the lips push or mash together in a hard line. People subconsciously do this when they're holding something back. Second, identify the emotions of others based on their body language. Dr. Albert Mehrabian asserted that only 7% of meaning is communicated through spoken words. 38% is through the tone of voice. And the biggest percentage, 55%, is through body language. Actually, for him, facial expressions is also part of body language. But for this series, I just set it apart. For instance, look at one's posture. When you slouch, it's not only that it doesn't look good, but it would also eventually lead to soreness and pain, arms numbness, poor digestion, but it also connotes a negative mood, lower self-esteem, and there will be poorer blood circulation and fatigue. On the other hand, if you stand straight, the benefits would be pain prevention, higher mobility, better breathing, positive feelings. It connotes higher self-esteem, good circulation, energy efficiency, improved concentration, and of course, you looked good. Hands on the hip connotes one is in control and or aggressive. Crossing arms across the chest is a classic gesture of defensiveness. It also shows that you don't agree with what's being said. Fidgeting, like tapping your fingers, playing with your pen, or with your ring during long meetings, are distracting, and it shows that you're not interested or that you're nervous. Biting your finger or chewing on a pen would mean that you're anxious about something. The way you sit reveals something about you. When you sit like this is closed posture, and it can indicate hostility, unfriendliness, and anxiety. On the other hand, when you sit like this, it's called an open posture. It may indicate friendliness, openness, and willingness. You can also check out www.scienceofpeople.com/leg-body-language. There, the author talk about different leg postures. Look at this picture. From neutral position to figure 4. Figure 4 would indicate a person feels argumentative or competitive. So the way someone sits connotes something. And if you want to look confident, if you're a woman, think of your legs in shapes. Keep your legs in a V shape to display confidence, just like the first picture. In the second picture, you can also keep your legs in a smaller V shape to remain neutral. In the third picture, legs that look like two I shapes might mean you are so stiff. The fourth picture, when you sit with legs crossed like X shape, it might mean that you're not open or you feel comfortable, confident, and relaxed. So to be sure, take other body language cues into context. If a person is seated with crossed legs but smiling with their arms on their side, they may be relaxed. But if they're seated with crossed legs and then they're crossing their arms and looking down, they might be feeling negative. So you can also look at how their legs are crossed. If the top leg is crossed towards the other person, they may be feeling good. In this time of pandemic, many of us are working from home or studying online. So here's some tips to show positive body language. If you look at the poster, the other side would show you the negative body language. The positive body language would be, while looking in front of your laptop, head would be nodding, because that would show patience and understanding. Maintain eye contact, that shows interest and confidence. Then you smile genuinely, that shows positivity and warmth. And then you lean forward, because that will show that you're interested, you're concerned, and that you understand. On the other hand, you look at the other side of the picture, it shows negative body language. The guy has furrowed brow, it shows confusion, disagreement, or discomfort. And there's no eye contact. It shows discomfort or dishonesty. And when somebody's frowning, it shows discomfort, disinterest, and tension. And then when somebody just leans back or just slouches, it shows resistance, disinterest, and doubt. So I hope that these tips will not only help you be able to exude confidence, but at the same time be able to know what the other person is feeling. My third point is empathize with them. Now that you can identify the emotions of others based on their facial expressions and body language, put yourself into their shoes and react appropriately. That's called empathizing, and doing so leads to closer relationships and successful careers. For instance, there was one waitress who got the biggest tips because she could empathize with her customers. She chatted with the friendly ones. She entertained the kids with jokes and left the morose man alone. It's inappropriate to crack a joke when your friend has a sad face on or is crying over a lost loved one or a breakup. When you see a friend slouching and chewing her finger, then you can ask what's the matter. If she tells you that she's apprehensive about an upcoming job interview, then you can encourage her by pointing out her strengths. Give her tips on how to appear confident. Or let's say your spouse has his hands on his hips. That means he might be angry, so do your best not to aggravate him. Instead, pacify him. Ask him what's wrong and how you can ease up the situation. And my friends, don't ask for a favor. If you sense that the other person is tired or angry, you'll just get a negative answer. I'm not going to talk a lot about this because you can check out my previous video entitled Make Others Feel Special by Validating Their Feelings. In that video, I talk about how we can listen attentively with empathy and without judging. So how to enhance your SQ? Identify the emotions of others based on their facial expressions. Second, identify the emotions of others based on their body language. And thirdly, empathize with them. If you're blessed by this video, please like, share it, and subscribe. And do click on the notification button or the bell button so that you get updated every time we upload videos on a Friday afternoon. Usually that will be 5 o'clock. You can also follow Adjusting Your Heart in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Signal 185. Now I'd like to thank some people: Anthony Ang of MGC, Jackie Montasco, Nicole Liaogan, Raymond Alumbro, Ralph C. Gyonggel, Samuel Kua, Rockstar Navin Roba. My topic for the next 2 weeks will be Help, I'm single and lonely. The second will be Help, I'm married but still lonely. So my friends, please stay safe.